Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be talking about vision cards and what I feel like on global is becoming more and more of a problem with basically vision card overload, specifically the Cactuar cards. And in this video I'm going to be suggesting a solution that I think could help out. Also, I would appreciate it if in the comments you let me know other solutions that you think might be better for a way to deal with the vision card problem on global. So before we get into it, I'll give you a little bit of history. So when NeoVisions first got introduced like 2.5 years ago, Global made a global exclusive change, which was really good and positive. It was a great change at the time. So what Global did is they added Cactuars to the EX level bonus of units. So what that means is for a NeoVisions base unit, when you evolve them to EX1, you get 3 extra Cactuar cards in the mail. At EX2, you get 5 Cactuar cards in the mail. And at EX3, you get 7 Cactuar cards in the mail, for a grand total of 15 Cactuar cards given to you for every EX3 unit. They also added Cactuar cards as a bonus to NeoVisions Awakened units. I think it's only 1 card at EX2 and 2 cards at EX3. Maybe it's only 1 per. I don't know. You get a few for NeoVisions Awakened. And this is a wonderful change that the global server made. In case you weren't aware, on the JP server, Cactuar cards basically don't exist. Like, I just don't even level vision cards on JP because I can't. Because I don't own like any Cactuar cards. You get like 1 or 2 from events, and if you do arena you get some, but I don't do arena in JP, which is more of a me problem. But anyway, the point is Global made Cactuar cards significantly more common, more available. So on Global, when you pull a vision card, you give it 15 Cactuar cards, it maxes out right away, no thought required, which is a wonderful thing. That's good and all. The issue is we've had this overabundance of Cactuars for going on 2.5 years now. And while it was amazing early on, for some players, myself, others that, pull a lot, etc., it's causing an overload of Cactuars. And let me go ahead and show you briefly my own Cactuars, vision cards. So as you can see right here, it's taking a moment to load because the UI is so laggy because we have so many vision cards. I personally spend a lot of time fusing Cactuar cards just to get rid of them. Every time I do a big pull session, I've got to go through and cut down on my space because once you get over 2,000 vision cards, for one thing, the game performance really suffers. Like, just opening the vision card menu becomes laggier and laggier and laggier. It's very laggy. But also, you literally can't even play the game. Once you go over the limit, it forces you to go and get rid of some cards. No, I personally, I don't know how many, but like I've just got literally over 1,000 Cactuar cards, and like I don't need this many. I don't need this many. Now, there are people that frequently hit the vision card cap and can't play. Now, I do know that some players will message support, and support will go in, if you harass them enough, they will eventually go in and delete all your Cactuar cards for you on request. I don't think players should have to go through that just to make room to play the game. Another option is to manually sit down and for hours and hours delete them one at a time by fusing them into other cards. The point is, it's just such a big, tedious headache, and the reason is we get so many Cactuar cards on global, which is a good thing until you get too many. So my solution, my idea to fix this problem, and what I really hope the global team can implement, is when you get Cactuar cards from a source, instead of giving us the actual Cactuar card, I would want Global to give us tokens that we can exchange for Cactuar cards as needed. So for example, when you EX2 a unit, instead of getting 5 literal Cactuar cards in the mail, I'd rather them give us 5 tokens that are an item you can stack in your inventory. And then I would hope they go into the shop, for example, and put these tokens into a shop that we could exchange. For example, not this shop, but as an example, just make a permanent shop where we can exchange these tokens for a 1-to-1 value. And we can just, as we need Cactuar cards, we can go into our token supply and trade them in. So for example, when we EX1 a unit, we would get 3 card tokens. When we EX2 a unit, we would get 5. When we EX3 a unit, we would get 7. And we can just let these build up as a single stack in the inventory. And instead of every single EX3 unit taking 15 vision card slots, it would just be added to your stack of tokens that we would trade in as we go. So that's what my suggestion is for the Global team, is please just change it so that instead of mailing out the literal Cactuar cards, please mail us a token that we can then exchange in one of these permanent shops for Cactuar cards as needed. That won't solve the problem of having too many cards already, but at least it'll prevent the problem from being worse as we go forward. Continuing to get more and more. People could then sit down and do a one-time cleanup on their inventory, and then going forward, we wouldn't keep getting hundreds of Cactuar cards per month, etc., etc. And you could even take it a step further and convert all the Cactuar cards to this token. That would be nice. I would appreciate that, but I realize that would probably be more technically irritating to do it that way, because then it might mess things up. But just going forward, simple change. Just instead of mailing out 15 vision cards per EX3, just mail out 15 tokens, or 3, 5, and 7, for EX1, 2, 3. That's my suggestion. So hopefully, if you agree with it, let me know in the comments. Maybe you can share this idea on social media and stuff. Maybe Gumi can notice it and potentially implement it, or implement their own version if they don't want to use the exact same idea and give me credit or something. I don't need credit. Like, if you want to copy my idea exactly as it is, I don't care about the credit. I just want the problem fixed. That's all it is. So claim credit for yourself, could care less. Do something, because I'm really tired of having to spend so long on tedious micromanagement of the vision card inventory just to stay below that 2,000 limit. Anyway, hopefully they do something. See you in a bit.